We are just 3 weeks away from Election Day when the fate of Prop 1 will be decided. The ballot initiative would raise the sales tax to 7% and trigger at least a dozen more changes that raise money for roads and a lot more. Tonight there is another new ad out, and political reporter Rick Albin is here right now to break down the claims for us. Rick?
The folks at Safe Roads Yes are out with a new television ad that has you asking some questions. While going through my emails this afternoon, I found this from Jim, who writes, I still can't get it through my head that the roads bill should be passed. The translation of the bill I've seen shows a ton of money going to roads, a portion going to schools, and some going towards tax cuts for seniors, etc. Yet the ads that TV8 show has people saying that 100% of the fuel taxes are going to transportation. Doesn't seem to be the case. Jim goes on to talk about all the other things that he believes will be funded by his plan. He's right. It's for more than just roads, but the ad carefully couches the message so it is largely accurate. Listen.
Nobody in Lansing will be able to take this road money and use it for something else. That's a good thing.
Every dime in taxes we pay at the pump will go to transportation. Guaranteed.
Every dime in taxes we pay at the pump will go to transportation. That's the important phrase, and here's why. Prop 1 provides for a number of changes. One is increasing the sales tax to 7%. At the same time, it removes the sales tax from gasoline. Currently, you pay 6% for every dollar's worth of fuel that you buy. That money largely does not go to roads, but to schools and cities and elsewhere. Under the new plan, a yes vote would also trigger the current gas tax, moving from retail to wholesale and allowed to increase with inflation. That would push the tax north of 40 cents a gallon. So the claim that the Prop 1 would make all taxes paid at the pump go to transportation is true. What the ad carefully does not claim, and what is not true, is that all of the money generated from Prop 1 goes to transportation. It most assuredly does not. The sales tax increase is to help backfill for the money lost from ending the use tax on gas. But it also generates more than needed for that, so some of it will go to schools, the earned income tax credit, revenue sharing, and the general fund. So yes, all the taxes you will pay at the pump would go to transportation if Prop 1 passes. Not all the money generated by Proposal 1 would go to transportation, and that is an important distinction. And finally, transportation. Again, in the commercial, the language is precise. It doesn't say all the money goes to roads, but to transportation. That's because of the distribution formula that is mandated by PA 51. All money for transportation has to be spent in a prescribed manner. Most of the money would go to roads, but at least a percentage of all of those transportation revenues would go to things like public transit and trains and trails, etc. That's nothing new. That's how the funds are divvied up now. Prop 1 does not change that, but it has created some debate over the validity of claims that the money goes to fix the roads. Like it or not, the formula for distribution of the money for transportation has been in place for more than half a century. Prop 1 does not change that. 3 weeks ago, there was a lot of confusion and distrust surrounding Prop 1. The outcome on May 5th will have a huge impact on the state and on the state legislature moving forward. And of course, we'll be watching. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Brian?